With us now is Kimberly Meredith. Welcome to the show, Kimberly. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. We were joking a little bit before about the fact that energy likes to use technical things, lights and cameras and things like that, in order to communicate spirit with us. At least that's how they most frequently appear to me. You are a medical intuitive. You believe in both types of medicine, all types of healing. And now you've written a book called Awakening the Fifth Dimension.
Awakening to the Fifth Dimension, Discovering Your Soul's Path to Healing. Yes.
Louise Hayes and several other people, and I know Norman Shealy, who I've had on my show before. So Norman thinks good things about you, and that must have felt incredible. Tell us about your personal journey so far.
Yeah, I was tested with Dr. Norm Shealy. We did 18 different patients over in his institute in Missouri, and it was really exciting. He's really tough, and I did my scanning through every single different client that he had there, and he wrote the foreword to my book. And one of the patients I have in my epilogue had a lymph node on the side of her neck. And I knew where it was lodged and what kind it was through my blinking. My eyes blink in different codes. This is how my mediumship comes to me, with my eyes. And in order for him to make sure that I am the real deal, because not only am I a medical intuitive, I'm a healer. And he tested the energy coming through my hands. So what happened was I admitted the energy healing, which is through the divine spirit, God, through my hands. We all decided to pray, I am love, I am light, because I believe through healing and prayer, we can dismiss anything out of the body. And I did that energy healing, and we actually filmed it and we tested it. And then it flew out of her body, the tumor. And he came over and he put his finger on it, and it was gone. And this is something that's been going on with me and my energy healing for about 7 years now.
I know you had a near-death experience, and you were also in a wheelchair for a while, and you said in and out of the wheelchair, and you've had some miraculous healing. I was once in the hospital, Kimberly, with an ectopic pregnancy that was ready to burst, and they were putting me through emergency surgery. I don't think I've ever shared this story on my show in the 13 years I've had it, but I looked up at the hospital curtain, and there was like a little silver dangling part of the curtain, like a hook. And I said to myself, okay, I'm just going to pray. And I said, dear God, if it is your will to just dissolve this situation, and so I don't have to go into surgery, could you please give me a sign? Could you make that little silver thing wiggle? And the silver thing wiggled. And within maybe an hour, they came back to check on me, and they were doing all the tests, and they're like, we've never seen this happen before. They sent me home and told me to take 2 aspirin. True story. True story. So I believe in what it is that you're sharing with our audience, because I've seen it in my own journey.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, those are your angels. Those are your guides. It's the Holy Spirit. And that's just beautiful. I'm so glad you shared that with me and everybody. In my book, I have an appendix of several miracle stories. And these are not just something that I do. These are stories that are coming out across the whole entire globe. The spirit of the divine, God is love, and God is universal for all of us in many shapes and forms of love and light. And so after my near-death experience, which I had a horrible, I was hit on foot as a pedestrian and went into the hospital and was saved by the spirit. And then my gifts came out of me being a healer and a channel. And now this is what I do. And so when I talk about going into the fifth dimension, that is leaving the third dimensional world, which is right now we're in a lot of disease and fear and disruption in our body. And we can take vitamins and supplements. And, you know, I do work with the medical community, but I also try to help people raise their vibrations spiritually.
Because if you can raise joy, right? You can raise healing.
Yeah, and that's in the fifth dimension. And I teach people how through meditation and through, in the book, I talk a lot about water too and other ways to boost your immune system.
I'm excited to meet you. I was a little cautious because like, as I shared, like I have gifts, some gifts. I use them on the platform for when I'm interviewing people. And sometimes my intuition will come through. And, I just interviewed somebody with truffle shuffle and we were talking about the truffle shuffle dance. And then he shows me a picture behind him that happens to be from that movie Goonies. And I was like, sometimes you just can't make this stuff up, Kimberly. At what age, because I'm sure you were on a path way before you had the life altering experience. Am I correct? Did you know, like from a young age, like maybe the age of 12, that maybe you were a little unique?
Yes, I've always known I was different. I mean, I didn't know I was really different, but people were telling me I was different. I just was me, being me. I just knew because I was told to stop blinking, and I was, you know, just, I always was told that, I was different, so like even in school, people didn't want to, touch my hands, because my hands are, I have a lot of lines and they were different. And I always wanted to help. I was overly like trying to help and I was the sensitive, like now people are called the sensitives, the empaths. And, there's like a word going around called star seeds and crystals, kids. That was me. And I was dyslexic and teased and bullied. And I think people like that are, they do have certain types of gifts. I was doing things that were really strange. Like I was laying hands on animals and my grandma was like, "What are you doing?" And the bird, I write about it in the book and people are like, "Wow." But like my clients, I have hundreds of clients that bring their animals to me. They do get better after I pray on them.
And it does work. And people believe now in Reiki and they believe in like all kinds of different things that are all energy. Can you do me a favor? I'm going to put my hand up to the camera, and can you do the same for me? Okay. So I see what you're saying. You know what I mean? Put it like in your front of your face, Kimberly. There you go. Put your hand in front of your face. There you go. So sometimes in life, right? You look and maybe there's a hand reader or a palm reader or something like that. I always look at all the lines on my hand and I always asking, well, do I not get it right? How come God chooses me to be reincarnated over and over and over and over again? And when am I going to actually get to like leap? You just never know. But it was certainly fun to have this like open dialogue with you to just talk about your uniqueness.
Yeah, so that's really neat, Donna, because I feel like the guides wanted me to write this not for anything to do with me. I work for God. I work for the Holy Spirit. I'm here forever how long, just to help others, especially now what's happening, to raise people's consciousness, to raise our soul contracts, to us to understand we're here to serve others. Whatever we do every day, it's to do self-care, of course, but also in that self-care is helping others, raising our consciousness, raising the awareness of the planet. I'm a really big environmentalist. And as we raise our soul consciousness, we're raising the vibration of our world and we're raising the love here. And this is so important.
Thank you so much. It was such a joy to have you on the show, and continued success on your journey.
Thank you. And the book right now is out. It's on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and you can get it on my website, thehealingtrilogy.com.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. It was nice to see you, Kimberly.
Thank you so much, Donna.
Thank you. And I'm going to put all the angels now to just say thank you. Thank you for letting us get through the segment. Okay, be well. Bye-bye.